Welcome back to North Sun Tabletop Games, and today we're going to continue our adventure in Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. Chapter 1, Scenario 2, what goes up, I guess goes down. We're taking our heroes Gerki and Eve. They find a hole at the bottom of the Red Dragon Inn. They took care of some machines that were going haywire. Now they've jumped down into the hole, found traces of slimes. Slimes are invading the bottom of the inn, and we are going to try to remedy that situation, and it ends up taking us out and into another cave network. So we've deployed everything for the first mission. Let me see here. What am I looking for? Where is my overhead view? Okay, so we got everything deployed, and we are in this section, which is called Under the Cellar. As you cast about with your light, you hear the all too familiar sound of gizmoblins whirring to life, their flickering eye lamps pinpointing the recesses of the chamber. Oh yeah, and the floor is also moving because the slimes are attacking. We're playing on veteran. We're going to be using the Doom die. We'll explain that briefly once we get started. And I think that's where we begin. So for the first part of the mission, in Chapter 2, the main thing to call out is there are some hazards. So yellow squares are difficult terrain. It costs 2 to get in. These green, red acid pools, you can walk through them, but if you end your turn on them or somebody's on it during the objective phase, you take 3 damage. The gravel walls can be destroyed. So right now we can't go through this until the gravel walls are destroyed, and it takes 1 damage to destroy it. When a wall is destroyed, instead of waiting for the objective phase, you immediately read the next reinforced section and populate the next room. All right, and I think that is it. We lose if any hero is defeated. Our goal is to defeat all slimes or reveal the echo chamber during the combat phase. So if we ever kill all the slimes and the echo chamber is not revealed, something bad happens. An event will occur, but we'll see if we can avoid that. All right, so we've got our heroes. In Chapter 2, they get their first full loadout, which means 2 new cards. So our rewards from at the end of Chapter 1 was the armory, and you get a couple of extra cards. Gherkin gets, look over there, a distraction. It's a shenanigan. It lets him jump to and get an evade token. And then he also has, just throwing this out there, he's got throwing knives now, 3 charges that he can use. Range of 3, attack with 2 dice, 1 foe, and it has backstab. His major item is still his soup spoon that gives 1 boost damage. And then the minor item he took, so major items have this kind of like 2 dot symbol. Minor items have this 1 dot symbol. And he has a potion of scrapes, which can let him heal. Eve took, for her item, she got a minor item, a potion of energy. Lets her invigorate 4 or recharge 1. So invigorate removes timers off of the cooldowns, and recharge puts another energy, but she on an item, on an ability, but she doesn't have any charge abilities. And then she got Flim Flam Strike, range 5, attack 1 foe, move the target 1 and each foe adjacent to the target. And then she got a Shenanigan. I'm not here, she's over there. She can place an illusion at range 4. Again, she can only have 1 illusion out. These are her illusions. Once she gets wounded, she can have 2. And I think that's it. Okay, also you get access to your power board, and it's kind of like a leveling up system, the power card. And right now we're just selecting 1 ability from the power card to get a token. So Gherkin, he can either take an evade or a damage boost, and he can pick from the symbols that have like the gold border to start with. Same for Eve, she can take an evade or a damage boost. All right, so let me grab their token. So his Soup Spoon gives Gerki 1 damage boost already. And what you do is you look at your cards. Sometimes they'll have icons on them that let you get a boost. Like his new ability, it has the evade icon, so that means he gets an evade token. And let's see. Yep, he'll get an evade token that he can use. That's the only thing with boost icons. She doesn't have anything with boost icons, so she just gets her 1 damage boost. Plus whatever they wanted to pick from the power tree. So I think we're gonna have he's gonna take another power boost that can deal 1 damage. So he'll take an extra power boost. And does she want to take an evade? She'll take an evade. So we'll just put that. All right. So the damage boost tokens just let you add 1 damage to an attack if you spend that token. The evade token, you can discard this token after taking damage from an attack. You can avert harm and leap 2 spaces. So sometimes when you take damage, if it says there's a harm effect, then you have to do whatever it says for the harm. So if that happens, we have some ways to counter that. So right now, the glitched moblins, these guys have Berserk. Berserk means they will attack any enemy, even other glitched moblins. Whoever's closest, they're going to attack. They've got 4 life. And then we have the slimes. Slimes are immune to acid and immune to traps. And we'll see what they do. Okay, I think we've got everything set up. The slimes have 7 life. All right, let's I think let's go ahead and get started. I've got his charge counters on. No charge, no charge. We got the tokens in the bag. So right now we should have blue tokens, gray tokens, and the hero tokens. So I did not swap out the tokens yet. So let's see, yellow. Red can come out. All right, let me grab the gray token. We'll get those in the initiative bag. And we will start the adventure. All right, so we got a gray for the slimes, blue for the glitched moblins. We got the partial for Gerki, his full turn, Eve's full turn, Eve's partial. We'll throw these in the bag. You get partial turns when you're playing with 2 players. If you're playing with 3 or more players, everybody would just get 1 token for their actions. And let me see. Wait, were there any traps in the mission setup? Let me just check and make sure there are no traps. We were in the cellar. Under the cellar, yep, no traps in under the cellar. All right, so we'll go ahead and begin. We're in the ready phase, invigorate all abilities. So that's when we would take cooldowns off of any abilities that were used. None have been used. Roll the scheme die. We're going to go ahead and roll the scheme die to see what the villains do. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So the glitch moblins got the axe. So they are going to, when we pull their token and activate them, they're going to do error. I don't feel so boom. Move 1, attack a foe. Melee attack for 3 damage, all figures. And then it'll take 2 damage itself. So it's going to try to get into a position to hit as many as possible. All right, next up, slashes, sloop pop, move 4, attack a foe, and an attack for 2 all foes. So it'll do 2 to anybody adjacent. All right, we've got that done. Fill the initiative bag. Okay, over to the combat phase. So let us get ready for combat. Who's activating first? It is Gerki, partial. So he gets 1 action. All right, so the slimes are probably what we want to target. They've got 7 life. Not adjacent to anybody. I could do hit and run. Leap 1, melee attack 2, foe backstab for 3. And then move 4. I don't want to be by these glitched moblins, so. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and do hit and run. So he's going to leap 1, melee attack for 2 against 1 foe, and then backstab. So he's going to leap 1 next to this number 2. He's going to use a little bit of contact poison, always hurts, to put a weaken token on the slime, which will enable his backstab ability. Slime number 2 gets weakened. That's going to allow him to backstab, so he'll get 3 dice. We'll roll the doom die. The doom die, if it shows the face, we have to take a damage or remove a die. If it's blank, then we can ignore it. So 3 dice. And then after this, he can move 4. All right, so that's 4 damage. Let's see. I think we will have the doom cancel this die. So we'll do 3 damage and add an epic die to the pool. So when you roll this symbol, you get to add this die to the pool. If you ever have more symbols than dice that are in the pool, you can add them. And you can use that die to empower your attack or your defense. So if you attack, you can take the die out and add it to the roll. Or you can use it to block 2 damage if you throw the dice out of the epic pool. All right, so that's 3 damage to the slime. And then he can move 4. All right, so we'll put 3 damage on slime number 2. And he can move 4. So the slimes, we know they're going to move 4. So I'm not really going to be able to get rid of away from a slime if it activates. I think we're just going to have him. Let's see, he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over here. Or do we do 1, 2, 3, 4 and come in this corner? Yeah, let's have him hop around here and come in the corner. And we'll just hope that that glitch moblin doesn't activate. So since he used this ability, it's got a 3 timer cooldown. So we will put cooldown timers on his ability. We'll draw the next person in the combat phase. So next up is Eve, partial ability. Place an illusion in range 2. And then attack for 1. I think we're going to do Phantom Punch and try to get her illusion out. So let's do Phantom Punch. We'll put her illusion 1, 2 on top of this acid pool. And then she'll get to attack for 1. In my last video, I played this wrong. So apparently the attack still comes from Eve. So she's going to try to hit the glitched moblin number 3. Get rid of the 2 damage. So that would do 3 damage to the glitched moblin. It would almost be dead. I am going to take 1 damage and keep my die roll. So Eve's going to take 1 damage. She's going to spend her boost icon from her crystal shot glass. And this attack does +1 damage to do 4 damage, and that'll destroy Glitch Moblin number 3. All right, and that's going to wrap up Eve's turn. Let's see who activates next. It is Eve again. All right, so she gets 2 actions in a shenanigan. Let's see, what does she want to do? She probably needs to move. She can do Catch Your Breath. Probably needs to move. Let's see. He's hiding over here. She has Blinded, range 4, attack 2 foes, weaken each target. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she could do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She could attack both slimes and weaken them. We do have a die in the pool, so let's do that. She's gonna do Oh, are you blinded? Do you hate it? Poor thing. And range 4, attack 2 foes, weaken 1 each target. So she's going to empower that attack. She's going to take the dice out of the epic pool. So we had 1 die in there. She's going to use that. That dice, the yellow dice. She's attacking slimes 2 and 1. All right, so she can ignore this. You cannot empower, so we don't get to put a die in the epic pool because we already are using a die. But we did get a critical, or BAM as I like to call it. So we get to roll another black die. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to number 2. These guys have 7 life, so he is destroyed. And then slime number 1 is going to take 5 damage and become weakened. Slime number 1 has 2 life left. That could be bad because if we kill both the slimes without the wall breaking, we are in a bit of trouble. So now that we use this ability, we'll put 4 tokens on the cooldown. Let's see, 4 timer tokens to get that cooldown. That was her first action. And now she can do an action and a shenanigan. I think she's just gonna move. I could do range 4 attack +1. Yeah, I think he's got that thing there. If she moves, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's not close enough. Range 5, attack 1 foe. I could do Flim Flam Strike. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that and waste it. Yeah, I think she's going to do Bewildering Strut and move 4. So in either order, you and up to 1 illusion can move 4. So let's have her illusion move 1. And she can move 1, 2. She move 1, 2. And she'll stay there. And I think that is it for her turn. Right. Oh, you know what? I just noticed I think my cam froze. Let me switch over to the other camera. Let me see, is this camera? Okay, no, it's still active. All right, okay. So hopefully it didn't freeze for too long. All right. So we had Eve move over here behind her illusion, behind number 5, and now we're about to draw the next enemy. or whoever's going to activate next. Blue. So that is the Glitch Moblins. So they're going to move one, attack 3 all figures, which is bad. This is pretty bad. And then it's going to take 2 damage itself. So this guy will move 1, attack for 3, which will kill this slime. That means when we get to the... There are no slimes on the map. Check for trembling tunnels. Okay, we don't have to do that till we get to the objective phase. And then this guy will hit all figures for 3 harm, and he'll take 2 damage. Okay, so that means the illusion will take 3, so that will kill the illusion. And Gerki will take 3, which is unfortunate. And then both of these glitch moblins will take 2 damage each. Number 5 takes 2 damage. They do that to themselves. That's a bad round. Okay. And then next up is gray, but there are no more slimes. So next up will be, last is going to be Gerki. Yep, and we know we are going to have him attack the wall. Yep, it just takes 1 damage. So we'll get rid of that. His sneak attack does plus 1 damage. That will destroy the wall. Once part of the gravel wall gets destroyed, we immediately read the reinforced stage. All right, so let's see what's going to happen with that. As the wall of loose rock collapses, the room shudders, dislodging yet more sections of wall and oozing monsters hiding behind them. Deploy the following in the echo chamber. All right, and this is the echo chamber. They have little names on the map to let you know the rooms. We're doing veteran. So B and D, we have to put a glitch moblin. There's only 3 identified for this mission, so we'll put 1 on B. As part of the setup, it tells us to get 3 glitch moblins, and if it's more than that come out that are on the board, you just ignore the rest of the deployment. Then slimes go on A, E, and G. So a slime on A, coming out of the tunnels, E, and G. All right, so a couple of slimes are coming out of a tunnel. That is slime number 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then there are 2 traps on C and H, and they do 2 damage each. So there's a trap on C for 2 damage, a trap on H for 2 damage. And then it looks like we have the same rules as last time. Defeat all the slimes or reveal the dripping passage. But if we get to the objective phase and all the slimes are dead, something bad will happen if we have not broken down the wall. All right, so since we broke down this gravel piece, we immediately stopped. Gerki took his first action. So he has 1 more action left. And I think since this glitched moblin is right in front of him, and he gets to do plus 1 damage to it, I think he's just going to do a sneak attack on that glitched moblin. He can't backstab. It doesn't have an event. All right, so 1 damage, and I can empower. I'll go ahead and take a damage to keep that roll. So he's at 4. He's got 8 life. I'll get to put an die in the epic pool for future use. And he'll do 2 damage to it. It has 4 life, so that will kill it. So number 5 gets destroyed, explodes. He's good to go there. Okay. He doesn't have any shenanigans. He could drink his potion of scrapes for his shenanigan and heal. Do I want to do that right now? I think I do. So your full turn, you get 2 actions and a shenanigan. So he's going to go ahead and use this as a shenanigan and drink it to heal 4. And hopefully he does better the second half of this fight. Okay. All right. That is his turn. So then we get to the objective phase. Check for acid pool damage. Nobody's in the acid pool. If there are no slimes on the map, check for event trembling tunnels. There are slimes. Check for objectives and win. We haven't won yet. So next we go back to the ready phase. Top of the round, invigorate all abilities. So we take a token off of everything that's on the cooldown. That's hit and run and Eve's blind spell. Then we roll scheme dice. So let's see what these slimes are going to do. First, we'll start off with the glitch mobs. Scratch. They are going to move 2 towards the closest foe. Range 3, attack 1, 1 figure. So they're just going to hit somebody for 1 damage. The slimes are going to slurp, pop, move 4, melee attack all foes. Then we will refill the initiative bag. All right, we'll shake that up and we will start the combat phase. So we got to kill these slimes and maybe kill the glitch moblins. All right, so first up is Gerki gets his full action. Okay. So he does have throwing daggers, a range of 3. He has a shenanigan where he can leap 2 and gain an evade. So we could have him leap 2. Oh no, should we just kill the glitch moblins to just get them out of the way? If he leaps 2, 1, 2, shenanigan, and then 1, 1, 2, 3, throwing star. So let's have him do that. Shenanigan leap 2, so he will leap 1, 2. He gets an evade token when he does that ability. Then for his first action, he's going to spend a charge. But he won't get the backstab. Won't get the backstab. But I can get the backstab if I throw it at the glitch moblin because it's next to a hazard or trap that it's affected by. Yeah, I'll use the charge ability. Just throwing this out there. So he'll get 1, 2, 3 dice. With his backstab ability, he's going to throw it at glitch moblin number 3. Try to take this guy out. All right, so we have to decide, do we want to take a damage or get rid of a die? So we have 1 die in the epic pool. You would need 2 to add another die to it because you have to have more than what's in there. We got a bam. I will have him take the damage from the doom die. So he'll take that damage. We've got 2 successes. We had a critical, so we'll roll the other die for the critical. Oh, that's another critical. Another die. All right. So that definitely kills number 3. And we get to add another black die to the epic pool. So we have 2 die over there now. And he has 1 more action. So I could do that again. I could trigger my poison, throw another dagger for 3, 1, 2, 3 at this slime number 2. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. A little bit of contact poison never hurt anybody. That'll put a weakened token on slime number 2. Weakened token, slime number 2. Then I'm gonna spend another charge. Hope I'm not blowing through these too fast. So he's gonna roll 3 dice. And he is going to get the backstab effect because he has a debuff on him. We will empower it with 1 die. We don't have to use all the die in the pool, so we'll just use 1 die. Let's see what we get. All right, so I am going to, you can't empower an empowered attack, so we'll have this cancel. And then we'll do 4 damage to slime number 2. And I do have 2 damage boosts that I could, but I won't. I'll just do the 4 damage to him. All right. So slime number 2 is going to take 4 damage. We'll go put this on his token to the side. And that is all of Gerki's actions. All right, let's see who's next. Gerki has 1 more action. So he can do an action or a shenanigan. He put 4 damage on the slime. It's got 3 life left. He could throw his last dagger. And try to take it out. Yep, let's throw it. We'll throw the last dagger. We spent our last charge. We'll get 3 dice. He needs to get 3 damage to kill it. All right, so we will cancel. Already got it 1 empower in the pool, so I can't get an empower die. Kind of sucks. We will cancel this one. We'll roll our critical. All right, 3 damage. That's exactly what we needed. So number 2 is dead. That is it for Gerki's turn. Let's see who's next. Eve. Eve gets her full turn. So I think we are going to have her move. So first we're going to have her use her ability shenanigan. I'm not Eve, she's over there. Place an illusion in range 4. So we'll put the illusion here. 3 cooldowns for that one. That was her shenanigan. So now she has 2 actions. I think we're going to do a bewildering strut and move 4. So let's have her and her illusion can move 4. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 for her. And then she has 1 more action left. We're going to have her do Look Into My Eyes. Range 4 attack. 1 yellow die plus 1 damage, then move the target 4. She's going to do that on the glitched moblin number 2. because the slimes are immune to traps and they're immune to acid pools. All right, so it would take two damage, and number two already has 2 damage. So I will cancel this die. It'll automatically take 1 damage. So it's at 3. It only has 4 life, and then I can move it 4 spaces. So she will hypnotize this robot, and it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, step on the trap, and explode. Scatters in a shower of sparks and gears. All right. So she did. This is gonna take 4 cooldown tokens. So she's not gonna be able to hypnotize for a little bit. We did shenanigans. I'm not Eve. She's over there. We did the bewildering strut and look into my eyes. That's it for Eve's turn. Let's see who's next. Blue. So that's the glitch moblins. They're all destroyed. So we should be able to take the blue token out of the game for now. Next up, it's either going to be Eve's 1 action or the slimes. Eve's 1 action. Let's see. She's got Flim Flam Strike. I think we're just gonna have her invigorate 1 and take 1 off of all of her abilities. Otherwise, she's range 5, attack 1 foe. You move the target and each foe adjacent to the target. So nobody else is gonna move. Is it worth doing just to... No, she's just gonna catch your breath, invigorate 1, and she'll take 1 off all her cooldowns. That's Eve's turn. Last but not least is going to be the slimes. So move 4. So number 1 will stay there. And it's gonna attack for 2 off O, so it'll hit the illusion for 2. So Eve's illusion takes 2 damage. Slime number 3 will move here, hit the illusion for 2, and the illusion will poof out of existence. All right, next, objective phase. Nobody's in the acid pool. There are slimes on the map, so no event. All right, check for objectives and win conditions. Nothing yet. We have to bust the wall or do the slime. So next, invigorate all abilities. So we'll take a token off. Take a token off of here. Oh, you know what? I don't know if invigorate 1 means just do that for 1 ability. I will, let's see, do I have the book handy? Invigorate. Let me see if that means she can only take it off of 1 ability. If so, I'll have to put tokens back on a couple. Let's see. Impassable. Invigorate. Remove up to X cooldown tokens from any combination of your ability. You remove X tokens total, not X tokens from each ability. Invigorate without a number after it means 1. Okay, so when she does her catch your breath, it's only 1 token that she can take off. So I need to put 2 back on here. So I'm gonna have that be against the look into my eyes. That's the one that she caught her breath on. So she has 2 for all of her abilities right now. All right. Go down here. Sorry about that. Kind of had that in the wrong place for now. But this is back to where they are. So he doesn't have any more charges for his throwing knives. That's been used up. He's got 2 evade tokens, 2 charges on his poison, and hit and run is down to 1. He's taken 1 damage. She's taken 1 damage. We'll put the tokens back in the bag. And then we'll roll the scheme die. So we only have the slimes to worry about now. We want to just kill 1 of them. And neither one of these slimes up here is damaged right now. They are going to do move 3, range to attack for 2, 1 foe. For the 2 damage traps, they're going to throw a trap down. All right. Let's see what we can do. It is going to be Gerki. All right. So no throwing daggers. I think he's just going to hit the wall and immediately stop combat. So he's going to do a sneak attack on the wall behind him, on the gravel wall. We're going to try to bust that down. It automatically does 1 damage with his attack. It only takes 1 to do it. This will get canceled, but sneak attack takes 1. So that'll bust this wall. He only had 1 action, but we automatically pause, go to the next deployment phase, which is the dripping passage. All right, the dripping passage. Reinforce. A long, narrow chamber that is steeper and noticeably more humid opens before you. There's an ominous, loud sound echoing from further into the darkness that can only be described as sticky. There's going to be a slime in C, D, and E. C, D, and E. This might have been, what they say, a mistake. And then there's going to be traps in A and B. 2 damage traps in A and B. A and B. A and B. 2 damage out there. 1 and 1, 2. 1, 2. There's a 2 damage trap there. A 2 damage trap there. You got slimes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are just using these little gray things to track when they take damage. Those are slightly off screen. All right. Okay, let's see what we can do. All right, so that was Gerki's turn. This is looking a little bit bad. A little bit bad. Hopefully we can go before the slimes activate. That's really what I want to see. All right, so next up is Eve with a partial. So Eve with a partial. I think she has to place an illusion within range 2 and melee attack. She's not going to be able to attack anything. Move the target and each foe adjacent to the target. She could do Flim Flam Strike, but that's no good. These guys are going to move 3 on their turn. Yeah, I think I have to put the illusion down. Because if these guys go, that's really going to be bad. Can use evade, but not much else. I think we're going to risk it. So we're going to do Flim Flam Strike. Range 5, attack 1 foe, so 1 yellow die. We will empower it, move the target 1. We're going to attack slime number 3. That's up here in the corner. just a tiny bit off screen. All right, can't empower an empowered attack. So 4. We take the damage. They make it 4 damage. I don't have a battle token I can use. I think we will not take the damage. So we'll cancel this. We'll do 3 damage to slime number 3, and we'll move in 1 space closer to slime number 1. And then this will have 5 token cooldown. That's Eve's turn, so we'll see who's next. Next up, it is Eve. I think she has to move. Two actions. Everything else is on cooldown unless I do a shenanigan to drink the potion. But traps don't affect these guys. Yeah, I think we have to move 4 into this room. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then puts her illusion 2. Is there any other place she can be? She goes 1, 2, 3, 4, puts the illusion 2 there. Yeah, so she's gonna use Bewildering Strut and move 1, 2, 3 over here, and then for her second action, she's gonna do Phantom Punch, place an illusion in range 2, melee attack plus 1 damage. So she'll put the illusion here. Hopefully that will distract the slimes, and then she'll punch the slime plus 1 damage. Slime number 2. Wow, just 1 damage. Does she just cancel that? Yep, we won't take the damage, and she'll just do 1 damage to slime number 2. Not great. All right, let's see who is next. It is gonna be Gerki gets his 2 actions. So he needs to get in range. He can do Thieves' Canter. He can do a shenanigan to leap 2. Should have thought about that beforehand. All right, so he's going to use his first action to do Thieves' Canter. Move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second action, he's going to sneak attack number 2. So he's going to get 2 yellow dice. His backstab is in effect because they're adjacent. So he can do 3 damage. He can do 5 damage if he spends both of his items. And he gets plus 1. So he can do... This can be 3 plus 1 is 4. 5, 6, and it already has a damage on it. So that'll kill number 2 if he does that. And he will do that. So he's going to take 1 damage from the Doom die. And then he is going to do... and he's going to spend his 2 boost tokens for 6 damage. This one already had damage on it from Eve, and he'll kill slime number 2. And then he has a shenanigan. So he could leap 2, which I think he will do, and gain an evade token. Yeah, so he's going to use his shenanigan to leap 2, and he'll just leap next to this guy, and he will gain another evade token. And that's going to be his turn. All right. Okay, so let's see. So next up, it's gonna be the slimes. Yep, so the gray token is next. And slime number 1. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. Range 2. 1, 2. Not in range. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. Range 2. 1, 2. Oh, it is in range. All right, so Eve's gonna take 2 damage. Didn't calculate that properly. And then she can do harm. Put a 2 trap in the unoccupied space nearest. But Eve's gonna spend her evade token to avert harm. And then she can leap 2 spaces. So she had 1 evade token from the start. Avert harm, and then she can leap 2 spaces. So we are gonna have her leap 1, 2. She'll end her turn there. All right, so then number 4 is gonna go. It is going to attack for 2 and put a trap in the nearest unoccupied space. So it's going to hit the illusion for 2, and then it will put a trap the nearest unoccupied space. Guess it will put it there. Then number 5 will go. He will hit Gerki for 2. So Gerki has 4 damage now. And then it can put a trap, but Gerki's also going to spend his evade token so that he doesn't have to get a trap put down. All right. Check for acid pool damage. Nobody's in the acid pool. There are plenty of slimes on the map. We have to break this wall to get into the last room or kill all the slimes. All right, so next up, invigorate. So hit and run is back. Look into my eyes is down to 1. Shenanigan is down to 1. Blind is down to 1. And Flim Flam Strike is down to 1. Let's see what the slimes are going to do next turn. Same thing, acid traps or whatever the trap is. They're going to throw those down, and that's pretty bad. Let's see who goes first. Eve. Okay, Eve. So what are we going to do? Moving these targets doesn't do anything. Place an illusion in range 2. She can either invigorate 1, do a range 4 attack, and move the target 4. She kind of needs to be next to somebody. But she can't get next to anybody right now. I don't have anything that lets her leap. I could invigorate 4 or recharge 1. I could drink her potion of energy. Clear off Flim Flam Strike. Shoot this guy, move in 1 space. That'll be her first action. Then second action, do this attack on the same guy. Or do I just go through here and try to bust open the door? There's so many slimes. I think we have to get rid of at least 2 of these slimes. The only slime that's hurt is number 3. If I hit him, I can move him back 5, but I don't think that's going to be beneficial. All right, let's go ahead and use her shenanigan. She's going to drink the potion of energy. Invigorate 4, so Flim Flam Strike will be cleared. She's going to use Flim Flam Strike. She's going to attack this guy, slime number 5. All right, she hits it for 1 damage and gets a power die. So 1 damage on slime number 5. And she can move it 1 space. We'll move it up here. All right, then this is back on cooldown. Then she's going to do her second action, Phantom Punch. Place an illusion in range 2. She'll leave the illusion there. Attack, melee attack, 1 yellow die, +1. She'll empower the attack and hit number 5. +1 damage. Right, so that's going to be 4. That's 5 damage if she keeps it. 5 damage +1 is going to be 6 damage, and it needs 7. She doesn't have any damage boosts. So I think she is going to just do 3 damage to it. So she'll have this cancel. Do 3 damage plus the 1, so it'll take 4 damage. It'll have a total of 5 damage on it, so it'll have 2 life left. That's it for Eve's turn. Let's draw the next token and see what happens. Gerki's full turn. So he's definitely going to backstab this guy. Yeah, so let's do a backstab on this guy. So he's going to get 2 yellow with the red with its sneak attack. All right, you got a bam. 3 damage with the empower, so we'll put this into the empower pool. That'll get rid of slime number 5. Okay. Then he can do a shenanigan to leap 2. But that's no good. That's no good. I'm thinking maybe he should just bust the wall down. If I leap 2, 1, 2. I don't want to be on that acid pool. Yeah, I should have had her do the thing. I think he's got to go into the other room. So we're going to do a shenanigan and have him leap 2. 1, 2. He'll get an evade. Evade token. Where's the other evade tokens? Then he's going to do a sneak attack on the wall. It automatically does +1 damage. So even if you cancel this, it does 1 damage. We will bust the wall open. That's the end of his turn. We have to pause and read the reinforce. So, upon revealing the room, you encounter a very unwelcome sight, a truly massive slime monster with smaller ones budding off it. The monster jiggles to life upon your entrance, and dusted gravel rain down from above. The ceiling appears to be barely supported by the rotting pillars around the room. Slimes are on F, G, H, and I. So F, G, H, and I. Yikes. Okay, F, G, H, and I. And the gelatinous blob is on E. Oh, this is bad. I don't think either one of these characters. The gelatinous blob is yellow, so we'll have to grab a yellow token and put it in the bag. This might be bad, folks. Okay, let's see. Escape. During the objective phase, if the gelatinous blob is in the dripping passage, as indicated by crossing the lines, the player loses the game. If the gelatinous blob crosses the line but is moved back over it before the objective phase, then the players do not lose. Rotten pillars are impassable and destructible. So there are these rotten pillars here. Let's see. These are rotten pillars here, here, and here. They block movement and attacks. No figure may enter these spaces, nor may tokens be placed on these spaces. Any rotten pillar that has not yet taken 3 damage may be attacked by heroic figures as though it were a foe. If a rotten pillar takes damage, place that damage directly into its space on the map. Once a rotten pillar space has 3 or more damage, immediately deal damage to the gelatinous blob based on the difficulty you're playing. So if we put 3 damage on here, it does 6 damage to the blob. Lose conditions. The players lose if any hero is defeated. We lose if it's the objective phase and the gelatinous blob is in the dripping passage. The players win if it's the objective phase and the gelatinous blob has been defeated. So this has 30 life and it's massive, so it can only be pushed or pulled 1 space. And that is bad. So now we're going to roll the scheme dice and see what he does. Slashes. Push each adjacent figure 1. Move 1 towards the dripping passage. Range 3, attack 3, 1 foe. Harm, put a 3 damage trap in the unoccupied space. That's this Gurgle Sploosh ability. Alright, let's pull a token from the bag. I think that this is really bad. Oh, okay. She can move foes, so maybe that's a lot of slimes. It's going to be a lot of traps. So Eve gets 1 action. So let's see, what can she do? I think she's just gonna move 4 and get into the room. Or do we attack slime number 4? Nah, I think we have to get into the room. So if she moves, we can have her illusion move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the objective thing is going to get destroyed. We can have her move 1, 2, 3, 4. And have the illusion move 3. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the illusion will move 1, 2, 3. Because we don't want it to get on these slime, on the acid pool. All right, then next up it is gray, the slimes. Slimes are going to move 3 to a range 2 attack. 1, 2, 3. It is going to shoot 2 damage to Gerki. That's 3, 4, so he goes up to 6 damage. And then put a trap in the nearest unoccupied space. These traps all do 2 damage. All right, then let's see. Next up is number 2. He's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. He will destroy the illusion. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 damage to Gerki. Oh, Gerki can use his evade and not have them put another trap down. And then I can leap 2. So Gerki, after this guy attacked, no trap, he will use an evade and leap 2. 1, 2. And then the next guy would have moved 3 and been out of range because 1, 2 is out of range. So 1, 3, 4 is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 is out of range. 5. That's in range. So we'll have him hit E for 2. So she'll go to 5 damage. 5 damage for Eve. Unoccupied space trap can go here. 6. 1, 2. 2 damage for Gerki. That takes him to 8, so then he becomes wounded. So wounded, he has a reaction. He doesn't get anything immediately, but he will spend his other evade and jump 2. 1, 2. This is bad. These guys may end up being defeated. And then 7. 7 can move here. Hit Gerki for 2. Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I shouldn't have killed the glitch moblins. He'll spend his last evade to avoid getting the traps, and he'll jump 1, 2. All right, that is all the slime's turn. Oh, actually, should he not? Yeah. Then yellow is going to go. Push 1 each adjacent figure. He gets pushed 1 away. Move 1 toward the dripping passage. It moves over here. Range 3, attack 3, 1 foe. Oh, so he'll hit Eve for 3. And Eve is going to become wounded also. So Eve will flip to her wounded side. Reaction, you become wounded, your maximum number of illusions on the map increases by 1. So she can add 2. And she can move 3, place an illusion in the first space she moved out of. Yikes. Okay. When you become wounded, any extra damage doesn't go over. Did I become wounded and put extra damage? I think I did. So he shouldn't have any damage on him. Right? I think I did. All right. Okay. This is really bad. Really, really bad. All right, then. Next up is Gerki. And of course, they pushed me. So I can leap 1, do a melee attack of 2 on the pillar. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So we're gonna do hit and run. Leap 1. Cooldown goes 3. Attack 2 on 1 foe. I can't do extra bad poison. I could empower it to make sure I get that 3 damage. I will empower it. Man, it would have been nice to hit the bad guy with that. All right, so we destroy this pillar. It takes 3. That means that the gelatinous blob will take 6 damage. Pillar falls down on top of him. And that's Gerki's turn. Now it is the end of the combat phase. Nobody's in acid pools. We'll put these tokens back in the bag. Everybody will invigorate 1. Shenanigans, look into my eyes. All of these are cleared. Hit and run goes down by 1. And now she can have 2 illusions if she needs them. We probably do need them. We gotta bust those pillars and then hit this guy and hope we don't die. All right, so we got that there. Scheme dice, let's see what the slimes are gonna do. Axe, they're gonna move 4, attack all foes for 2 damage, so at least there's no traps. Gelatinous is going to axe sizzle. He's gonna push each adjacent figure 1, move 1, and then do a melee attack for 3 against all foes. So as long as you're not 1 space away from him. Okay. Let's see what happens. First up on the list, it is yellow. Push each adjacent figure 1. So I guess he would push him 1. This one he can't push. Then he'll move 1. And then he will attack for 3 all foes. So he'll hit E for 3. Man, that is bad luck for Eve. And if 1 hero is defeated, we lose, which can definitely happen this turn. All right, Gerki gets 2 actions. I really needed that to be Eve. Okay. Look over there, a distraction is clear. So he could shenanigans, jump 2, get behind this guy, attack for 2, weaken him, and then attack for 2 again. Or he can leap 2 and hit this thing and try to do 6 damage to it. And hope. Yeah, he'll do 3. That'll be 6 more damage. I think maybe that's the best play. Is she's next to the other pillar. Are any of these slimes? None of these slimes are wounded except for number 3. 6 and 7 aren't wounded at all. And the slimes are going to move 3, move 4, and attack for 2 damage. That's 4 damage on her. The other slimes won't be able to get to her. Yeah, she's going to take 4 damage. I can't heal. Ugh, this is bad. If I jump over there. Nope, I think I have to have him come and hit this. He could leap 2, sneak attack, sneak attack. I think that's wasted damage. We have to kill this big thing before time's up. So the question is, can I do more damage to him versus knocking the wall down? All right, so Gerki's gonna do a distraction. He's gonna do his shenanigan. He'll get an evade token. Leap 2, 1, 2 over to this pillar. Sneak attack it. It's just 1 yellow die. That's 2 damage, and it gets +1, so that's 3. So he'll do 3 damage to the other pillar. It'll fall on the gelatinous blob 6, so that's going to take it up to 12 damage. It had 30 life. All right, so now it's got what's that? 20, 19, 18 life. Another 6, it'll have 12 life. Okay, so shenanigans, attack. Then what can he do? So he can do limp along and move 3. The oozes are gonna move 4. Or he can, if he moves 3, he'll be right behind the yellow, right behind the big guy, and then he'll get one more attack. So he's gonna do his limp along, and he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, and get right behind the big one, the big guy. All right, let's see who's next. It is Eve. So she's got a 2 damage trap right next to her. She can do place an illusion in range 2, and then do a melee attack, 1 dice plus 1. So let's do that. She's gonna do Phantom Punch. Illusion pop out here. She's gonna punch the pillar. It's just gonna take 1 damage. And I don't think I'm gonna have her take the damage. Yep, so the pillar just takes 1. And that is her half move. Let's see who's next. Eve. Okay, she got a range 4 attack, 2 foes, weaken each target. Then a range 4 attack, 1 foe. Or I can put another illusion in range 2. Attack the wall again. And then hit the gelatinous thing and move it back 4 spaces. Or hit the gelatinous thing first. All right, so let's see if she does a. Yeah, we're gonna do look into my eyes, range 4 attack, yellow dice plus 1, move the target 4. All right, so let's do yellow dice. Oh, I don't know why. We got a bam, so now I gotta decide, do I get rid of the, before I roll the bam, I'll take the damage. That'll make me have 4. Might be a mistake to take the damage, but. And then I'll throw another. So 3 damage goes on the big guy. That takes him up to 15. So he'll be half dead. And then I can move him 4 spaces. 2, 3. Let me see, is that better? I can move him 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe I'll move him back there. Then that's gonna have 4 cooldown on it. That was her first action. Then her second action. She can move 3 and put an illusion in the first space she moved out of. That might not be a bad idea. Kind of want her to move. If I have her move 1, 2, 3 in the corner, and then put the second illusion here, but she won't have any shenanigans. And then these guys are all going to move forward and attack the illusions. Or does she try to knock that wall down? and then do a shenanigan. She does a shenanigan, she can put the illusion right here, or she can put it right here, and these guys will all attack the illusion, which can take 2 hits each and knock the wall down. All right, I think she's gonna go for the Phantom Punch on the pillar again. All right, so that's gonna be 1 yellow dice. Place an illusion, range 2. So she'll put the illusion here. Phantom Punch the pillar. +1 damage. Oh, it should have been +1 damage the last time too, actually. But either way, the pillar gets destroyed. Okay, that's 3. So that pillar is destroyed, which means the gelatinous blob takes 6 more damage. All right, so he's at 21. So he has to take 9 damage. Can it be done? Can it be done? All right, so we know right now in the bag we've got 1 Gerki and then the green guys. So it is the Gerki. And he could backstab number 6. He could move 3. I think he's going to. I think he's gonna move 3. It's too bad I can't get next to this guy. I can either limp along. I could backstab number 6 and it would be weakened, so it would do 1 less damage. And these guys are gonna do 2 damage, but that's not enough. I could. Well, I can't invigorate. I can't catch my breath. So really, it's just, am I gonna hit this guy for 2 dice? Hope I get some bams or something. So I can either attack slide number 6 with a sneak attack, or I can move and try to get next to the slime. Which actually, I'm wondering, would I move the slime before? I think it would have been smarter. So we'll go back. When she moved this slime, she'll just move it 3 spaces instead of 4. Because that makes more sense. Knowing that it will, that Gerki needs to be able to hit it. All right, so we'll backtrack. We'll say that she did that. And then we will. Let's see here. Oh, is this the one I have? We will. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so in that case, then I will sneak attack the gelatinous blob. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 dice. Oh, I still won't get backstab though, because it's not next to an enemy. All right, so it's just 2 dice. +1 damage, 1 foe. My reaction when I'm wounded is extra bad poison. So if I damage it, I can weaken it. So I will just do 1 damage. I'll have this cancel out. 1 damage to him. So now he's got 8 life left and he'll get a weaken token. Weaken, weaken, weaken. Where's weaken? he is weakened. We'll just put this on the board on his character. So he'll do 1 less damage. And then that's it. Let's see. Next up is the slimes. So the slimes are going to flute. No, they're going to slurp pop, move 4, melee attack 2, all foes. Oh no. Oh, it's melee attack 2, all foes. Which means I just died. Oh, I just died because I didn't read that said all foes. So this guy will go here. He'll hit this for 2, and then he'll hit her for 2. And this will go here, hit this for 2. Yeah, so that means I should have moved her around there. I'm not going to go back, though. But yeah. She will be defeated after the second slime goes. And once the second slime goes, if everybody's defeated, if one person is defeated, you lose the game. All right. Well, that was definitely more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Man, just not reading that last section properly. Because had I realized they were doing 2 to all foes, I should have had her run when I was thinking about having her run over there. All right, but live and learn. Our adventure ends early at the bottom of the Red Dragon ends in the caves and caverns, and this is just the second scenario, so definitely challenging with the Doom die. Now these 2 characters are both more challenging characters, but I do think I probably should have left the robots alive so that they could kind of just keep picking away at some of the slimes that were in the back. I think it might have been a mistake to kill them up front. But okay, hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Feel free to like and subscribe. And yeah, we will have to see how the adventures continues when we do the next one. Maybe we'll try to do this one again. I haven't decided. I think we came close to beating it, but yeah, just that one mistake cost us. All right, if you're interested in Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, I'll have a link in the description below. An Amazon affiliate link, and appreciate your support for the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.